And now at 5, Indiana takes center stage in the new effort to block Donald Trump from the Republican nomination for president. Rivals Ted Cruz and John Kasich joining forces as we learn Trump is headed back to Indiana and bringing a Hoosier legend with him. Breaking news this afternoon, former IU basketball coach Bob Knight will join Trump for Wednesday's event.
All this comes as Ted Cruz is making multiple stops in Indiana today in what is a must-win state for him. Our team of reporters is covering all the angles on this rapidly changing story. We start with RTV6's Jason Fechner.
Good evening, Todd and Erica. Good evening, everyone. Just days after his first trip to Indy, the GOP frontrunner is heading back to the Hoosier State, scheduled now to speak at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum, back out at the fairgrounds. That's set for Wednesday evening at 6 o'clock. And as you just mentioned, legendary Indiana coach Bobby Knight is set to join him. Out on the campaign trail today, Trump's been railing against the Cruz and Kasich deal. Kasich stepping away from Indiana now to give Cruz a better shot to win here, while Cruz does the same in Oregon and New Mexico for Kasich. The only way that Cruz or Kasich become the nominee is to block Trump from getting enough delegates and getting to that contested convention. Trump needs wins specifically in Indiana and California to cross that finish line before then. He's calling this Cruz-Kasich deal collusion.
If you collude in business or if you collude in the stock market, they put you in jail. But in politics, because it's a rigged system, because it's a corrupt enterprise, in politics, you're allowed to collude. So they colluded, and actually I was happy because it shows how weak they are. It shows how pathetic they are.
And remember, all of this now comes ahead of 5 primaries tomorrow, including the big prize of Pennsylvania tomorrow. And then Indiana set to stand alone 1 week from tomorrow on May the 3rd.
Now let's bring in RTV6's Katie Hines on the campaign trail with Ted Cruz right now in Greenwood. And everyone today is talking about the new team of Cruz and Kasich. Katie?
Ted Cruz recognizes Indiana is critically important to his campaign. Right now at the 3rd of 4 campaign events of the day, you can see he has just stepped inside of Giacomo Pizza in Greenwood behind us. A few people still waiting outside. It's pretty full in there where he is meeting with supporters right now, taking photos and shaking hands. Now, he says the new coordinated effort with John Kasich improves his chances in this state. This afternoon, Cruz told reporters that Kasich's decision to pull resources from Indiana gives him a straightforward head-to-head contest with Donald Trump. Cruz's campaign announced last night the candidate is focusing his time on Indiana while clearing the path for Kasich to compete in Oregon and New Mexico. The coordinated effort with Kasich is an attempt to pave the way for a contested convention. Both campaigns say they want to ensure the nominee is someone who can unify the party and win in November, and Cruz thinks he is that person.
And I think the people of Indiana are going to choose to get behind a positive, optimistic, forward-looking, conservative campaign based on real policy solutions to the challenges facing this country, rather than getting behind a campaign that's based on yelling and screaming and cursing and insults.
And Cruz's final campaign event here in Indiana is coming up at 6:30. That is when he will hold a rally to energize supporters at the Johnson County Fairgrounds. We'll have live coverage coming up tonight at 6 and 7. For now, we're live in Greenwood. Katie Hines, RTV6.